So good. And that Nemesis system, it's so interesting. Too bad no other game ever will be able to use that same mechanic, right? Shadow of War, Control Nightmare. Please had viable possible to be used. I think I played it on console when it first came out. I don't remember having... Well, console, there's only one option, so... No issue with controller, right? But yeah, if you're playing on PC, that game on mouse and keyboard might be kinda awkward, I think. Never played it though. Varric stole you away for a job. You've heard of me. Job's still going. So you know Varric?
You know Varric?
Oh, we go way back. I'll tell you all about it sometime. If Varric asked for your help, you must be something special. Shame I missed him while he was here. I've been away, laying low after all the allegations. The Venatori fabricated a scandal and had my magisterium title stripped from me.
I'm sorry, I hadn't heard.
We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.
Is this where we get our Warden companion? I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited to meet Davrim. I think it's Davrim, the name, right? He has a griffin. It was on the trailer. What's funny is I looked it up and I'm like, 2014, that's not that old, it's 10 years. It was not 5 years ago. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the same. I look at games like from, I don't know, 2010, and I'm like, oh, they're not so old. Then I realize, wait, that's more than 10 years ago. I'm getting old. Yeah, I understand it. 10 years, copyright expires after then. 10 years, so 2025 would be the first year another game could do it, unless they refiled it with changes for Shadow of War. Which I don't doubt it. I really don't.
Have you heard the rumor about a new Venatori spot somewhere uptown?
I know someone in the area who's keeping watch.
New exploration level unlocked. Dogtown. A new exploration level is available. Return to this location via the world map or through the Crossroads Alluvion to explore and complete additional quests.
Find them in the
Good
library.
enough.
Say you're looking for Ferdinand and
16. Let's go. Let's level up. I have what the freak? Last time I saw I was like level 12. How did I level 4 times in a row? I'm not complaining. I just surprised. When you have a low level or low health, you do 25% more damage with 2 abilities. Do it. And we get this tool. As perfect defense applies bleeding to your attacker. Definitely. Because we use parry and perfect defense all the time. Alright. I actually don't have many issues going back to mid-2010 games. Other than that, and the mechanics can be really tough. I might have to look into it. Yeah, right? 4 levels. 12 to 16 in a single quest. Yeah, I was, yeah, I was surprised. That was a lot of XP for that quest. Raz is playing on Super Nightmare mode, where he plays unleveled. Yeah, kinda like that. Oh boy. This is fun though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving it. So Nev also leveled up, I think? Nope. She's got a new gear. Yeah, she didn't level up. Character. Do I have better gear though? Ooh, ability damage. Arrow generation. No, I don't want arrow generation. I'm fine with this. Do you know which specialization you want to go towards? Let's check it. So this one uses a bow, right? So no, I'm not not going there. Saboteur. Maybe, I don't know. Duelist, probably. Yeah. Very likely duelist. But I could also go saboteur, I don't know. Duelist seems your style. Right? No hitting fights and stabbing everyone. I hardly use the bow. I think I only use the bow to break those crystals when they're out of range. That's all.
Partially unknown in the north. No one ever
At
asked.
least during the fights, I rarely use them. So, where's the faction vendor in this place? I want to check the faction vendor. Apparently, words are difficult.
But what if the Darkspawn come back?
I'll stand in the doorway and let you escape. Welcome to the shop. I'm Lorelei. Anything you need, just ask.
There we go.
Come back anytime.
Switch and try both, right? And by the way, I love the way they did this skill tree. You can just come here anyway and do this. Like, I didn't like this. I want to try this skill. So you just change it. I loved it. Pretty easy to create your builds. May I give you a tip on selling stuff to vendors? Sure. Sure, shoot it. Okay, so now what? What about this? Got something here? Nope, we're still using that. How about amulet? Stagger from duration abilities. Quicken duration. About damage, ranged attack. No, I don't use ranged. 20% bleeding is a nice one. Necrotic weapon durations. 100% health. Bleeding damage. Ooh, bow. Nope. Fine. We got some new daggers, but nothing better than what I already have. What about this? Party, charge attack damage. I use charge attack all the time, but for 30 defense, and that's a lot of damage. A lot more damage. This is also a lot more damage. I'm keeping this. It's way less important early because you have so few, but later on it may be the difference between getting 3 gold or 15 for an item. Each item means more for different factions. The stuff towards the top of the list will be most valuable for that vendor. Oh! Well, I can't check that now because I already sold everything. So you're saying every vendor has like a preference?
I heard about the warehouse.
Yeah,
Darkspawn,
I sold
huh?
everything.
Those damned Venatori.
And I have to, you know, check the price that each vendor will pay for a determined item. Ooh, that's actually pretty good to know. Just rank up. Do it. Let's go.
See you again.
Meet the first warden at the Cobbled Swan. Let's go. There will be Venatori type stuff for Shadow Dragons and other specifics for the other vendors. It's worth just checking the top line first. Interesting. Nice. Thanks, Kate. That's pretty good to know. So, on that note, does the price that they pay for the, or rather the value you get for
at least the demon of
influence, because every time you sell stuff for them you get more like influence, right? If you sell something more expensive you get more influence, or you get just the same amount? I didn't notice anything. Why are you teleporting around, bitch? Yeah, why? Oh shit. Oh crap. Almost died.
We're losing hard.
I love the shock ability you have. Yeah, so do I. That's why I got it. This one, right? Yeah, I love it.
You know, you're somewhat famous among the Shadow Dragons.
This is actually a new ability.
Byzantium is.
Famous or infamous?
Because you're a mage killer. You turned that title on the Venatori. That's a point in your favor.
I saw some of the Shadows' work before. Well, anyway, their good opinion is worth having.
Okay, can I talk now? You two done? All right, thank you. So that shock ability. When first I started playing, I went down, you know, this route here, and I was using this skill, you know, for an AoE damage. But then I decided, like off stream, to check the entire thing to kind of, you know, at least know where to go when I leveled up. And then I saw this. I immediately like refunded all the points and went straight for this. This skill is so cool. And it's amazing. It's so good. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it does. It does damage when you shock them the first time. Then, you know, you kind of explode the place and they got knocked down. and then you keep pulsing and keep damaging them. And with the first attack, you apply shocked, and they keep taking damage anyway. So it's kind of 2 dots at the same time, I think, from what I saw. Throw down a flask of bottled lightning that explodes, unleashing a storm of pain on nearby enemies. So you have the first hit. Deals damage in a large area upon impact, while creating an aura that deals electric damage and applies shocked to nearby enemies. And shocked take electric damage over time, deals an equal amount of stagger. It's insane. It's so good. Because every time you activate it, it takes a couple seconds, right? It pulses a couple seconds. So it's like 2 dots at the same time. It's so good. I love it. And the amount of stagger that it does is amazing. For a nightmare mode run when you cannot get hit, that shit is pretty strong.
Did the Magisterium explain why the Palace range islands?
Hello, First Warden.
I am Jowin Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. You're a shadow dragon, I hear. A criminal organization of Tevinter insurgents. I was not surprised to learn that you are wanted for numerous offenses, including theft, murder, and wanton destruction of property.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. Wait, that wasn't a compliment? Criminal, probably. Well, I wrecked a slaver ring, if that's what you're including in your list.
Theft? You mean rescuing enslaved people? Murder? You mean the Venatori cultists who enslaved those people?
And destruction of property?
Just felt like it.
Fine. All I want to know is how a Minrathous crook unleashed the Blight.
I saved the world from Solus. Let me explain.
We've been tracking a mage named Solus. He's actually several thousand years old. In Elven mythology, he's known as Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf, god of lies.
That is a number of titles.
Yep.
Well, Fen Harel is Elven for Dreadwolf, so that only counts as one, but yeah, you're not wrong. Anyway, he wanted to tear down the Veil and restore the ancient Elven Empire. We stopped his ritual.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Hang on, it gets worse.
We haven't even gotten to the real fairy tale parts yet. When we stopped Solus, 2 elven gods escaped from where he'd imprisoned them. Elgranon and Gillenhain. And they're not just evil, they're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
What?
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Okay, you're gonna have to drag me in chains because I'm gonna kick your ass if you try to touch me. Yeah, just listen. Think again.
That's not gonna happen.
I assure you, it will.
Oh, it will not.
We don't have time to fight. I need Grey Wardens marching with me, not at me. That's the only way we have a chance to stop the gods and the Blight.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon.
No, Dorian.
The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see
I know
the
that
letter
mustache as
undiscovered
well.
where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security
Certainly
of the
a
Grey
choice,
Wardens
right?
for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little
Yeah,
about the
Kaz,
security
you
of
got
the Grey
spoiled. I'm
Wardens.
sorry.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Magister Pavus. Thanks for the assist. You just blackmailed him. Thanks for the assist.
Whew, that was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Mayvaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
I think we made an enemy. The first warden's a problem. You're a Shadow Dragon agent? Ooh.
I've heard other Shadow Dragons talk about you, but your relation to us was never entirely clear to me. You one of us? Or just a powerful ally?
That depends on your point of view. Perhaps you've heard of the Lucerni.
Lightbringers. A political faction pushing for change in Tevinter.
Started by Mayvaris and I, yes. After she was framed for treason, the faction was dissolved, ostensibly. Mayvaris Tilani is not a woman who surrenders easily. She just took the Lucerni underground.
Oh. Bring the light.
She protected me. Kept my name spotless so I could remain in the Magisterium as her eyes and ears. So, one of you, or just an ally? Which do you think?
I think we made an enemy.
I think we made an enemy of the First Warden today. Well, more you than me. He just thinks I'm a dangerous idiot.
Ha! Enemy? I've ignored greater men. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Have you done BioWare? Two characters I'm not happy about. And
Only
it's
the
mounting.
veil stood between
Isn't
us
good, yeah.
and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a
Can I pause this? I can. So, I actually didn't mind the change in Dorian's design. It feels more like, you know, he let his hair grow. At least on top, and, you know. But I can still see the same personality as an Inquisition. It's just a hair change. While Morrigan, oh, that was painful to see. I'm not gonna lie. Morrigan was painful to see. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with Dorian either. It's just, I don't know, it looked like just a, you know, a hair change. I'm same as with Varric, right? It doesn't look bad, at least to me. I didn't mind at least. Varric actually looks pretty badass, you know, with long hair, darker hair also because his hair is was blonde, right? And it's like brown now for some reason. I don't know. And he also let it grow so it's longer, and also the beard. But Varric looks cool. Dorian, kind of indifferent for now, because at least he seems the same, or seems to have the same personality at least. Of course, it was just one dialogue. I don't know if we'll see him again. And anyway, but Morrigan was painful to see, because she not just looked different, she sounded different. Looked like her personality was off. It seemed like another NPC took over the shell of something similar to Morrigan. It was not Morrigan at all. It's not a look. It doesn't feel like Dorian, like Morrigan. Doesn't feel like Morrigan. I don't know. I didn't had an issue with Dorian. It felt like, his usual sarcastic self, at least to me. But again, that's, to me.
They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to find Grey Warden allies.
Dumat's breath. I wasn't expecting to see.
Don't mind me, it's just how I feel when I'm not playing the game. It's okay, guys. You can, you can give me your point of view. You can tell me your point of view. It's not a problem. You're allowed to feel your feelings, right? Yeah, exactly, Kay.
Got him sighted.
Seriously? You know what? I can kill enemies faster if I want. Ow. Oh shit.
Take your shot.
Good work. Nice. Wait. You guys can't heal me? Alright.
Clear.
Return to the lighthouse. Okay. Local, no. World. Let's return to the lighthouse. Find Grey Warden allies. Talk to Varric. Of course, Varric knows some Grey Warden somewhere. Why wouldn't he? We have more. Oh, we got a. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna do Nev's quest first, just in case. But I wanna meet Davern.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
You're adorable. We live in a weird place.
Solus lived here. The Dread Wolf. It was gonna have quirks.
Solus is the worst tenant I followed, and that's saying something.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Timenter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that
That's
one
why
story
annoys
with
me. That's
the
what annoys
demon,
me
the
on
diamond,
Bellara.
and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.